أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سيقول السفهاء من الناس ما ولاهم عن قبلتهم التي كانوا عليها قل لله المشرق والمغرب يهدي من يشاء إلى صراط مستقيم.
The foolish among the people will say, what has turned them away from their Qibla, which they followed? Say, to Allah belong the East and the West. He guides whom He pleases to the right path.
وكذلك جعلناكم أمة وسطا لتكونوا شهداء على الناس ويكون الرسول عليكم شهيدا.
And thus have we made you an exalted nation, that you may be guardians over men, and the Messenger of God may be a guardian over you.
وما جعلنا القبلة التي كنت عليها إلا لنعلم من يتبع الرسول ممن ينقلب على عقبيه.
And we did not appoint the Qibla which thou didst follow, except that we might know him who follows the Messenger of God. Not appoint the Qibla which thou didst follow.
وإن كانت لكبيرة إلا على الذين هدى الله وما كان الله ليضيع إيمانكم إن الله بالناس لرؤوف رحيم.
From him who turns upon his heels. And this is indeed hard, except for those whom Allah has guided. And it does not behove Allah to let your faith go in vain. Surely, Allah is compassionate and merciful to the people.
قد نرى تقلب وجهك في السماء فلنولينك قبلة ترضاها فول وجهك شطر المسجد الحرام.
Verily, we see thee turning thy face often to heaven. Surely, then, will we make thee turn to the Qibla which thou likest. So, turn thy face towards the sacred mosque.
وحيث ما كنتم فولوا وجوهكم شطره وإن الذين أوتوا الكتاب ليعلمون أنه الحق من ربهم وما الله بغافل عما يعملون.
And wherever you be, turn your faces towards it. And they to whom the book has been given know that this is the truth from their Lord. And Allah is not unmindful of what they do.
ولئن آتيت الذين أوتوا الكتاب بكل آية ما تبعوا قبلتك وما أنت بتابع قبلتهم وما بعدهم بتابع قبلة بعد.
And even if thou shouldst bring every sign to those who have been given the book, they would never follow thy Qibla, nor wouldst thou follow their Qibla, nor would some of them follow the Qibla of others.
ولئن اتبعت أهواءهم من بعد ما جاءك من العلم إنك إذا لمن الظالمين.
And if thou shouldst follow their desires after the knowledge has come to thee, then thou shalt surely be of the transgressors.
الذين آتيناهم الكتاب يعرفونه كما يعرفون أبناءهم وإن فريقا منهم ليكتمون الحق وهم يعلمون.
Those to whom we have given the book recognize it, even as they recognize their sons. But surely, some of them conceal the truth knowingly.
الحق من ربك فلا تكونن من الممترين.
It is the truth from thy Lord. Be not therefore of those who doubt.
ولكل وجهة هو موليها فاستبقوا الخيرات أينما تكونوا يأت بكم الله جميعا إن الله على كل شيء قدير.
And everyone has a goal which dominates him. Vie then with one another in good works. Wherever you be, Allah will bring you all together. Surely Allah has the power to do all that He wills.
ومن حيث خرجت فول وجهك شطر المسجد الحرام وإنه للحق من ربك وما الله بغافل عما تعملون.
And from wheresoever thou comest forth, turn thy face towards the sacred mosque, for that is indeed the truth from thy Lord. And Allah is not unmindful of what you do.
ومن حيث خرجت فول وجهك شطر المسجد الحرام.
And from wheresoever thou comest forth, turn thy face towards the sacred mosque.
وحيث ما كنتم فولوا وجوهكم شطره لئلا يكون للناس عليكم حجة إلا الذين ظلموا منهم فلا تخشوهم واخشوني ولأتم نعمتي عليكم ولعلكم تهتدون.
And wherever you be, turn your faces towards it, that people may have no argument against you, except those who are unjust. So fear them not, but fear me, and that I may perfect my favor upon you, and that you may be rightly guided.
كما أرسلنا فيكم رسولا منكم يتلو عليكم آياتنا ويزكيكم ويعلمكم الكتاب والحكمة ويعلمكم ما لم تكونوا تعلمون.
Even as we have sent to you a messenger from among yourselves, who recites our signs to you, and purifies you, and teaches you the book and wisdom, and teaches you that which you did not know.
فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون.
Therefore remember me, and I will remember you, and be thankful to me, and do not be ungrateful to me.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا استعينوا بالصبر والصلاة إن الله مع الصابرين.
O ye who believe, seek help with patience and prayer. Surely Allah is with the steadfast.
ولا تقولوا لمن يقتل في سبيل الله أموات بل أحياء ولكن لا تشعرون.
And say not of those who are killed in the cause of Allah that they are dead. Nay, they are living, only you perceive not.
ولنبلونكم بشيء من الخوف والجوع ونقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات وبشر الصابرين.
And we will try you with something of fear and hunger, and loss of wealth and lives, and fruits. But give glad tidings to the patient.
الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون.
Who, when a misfortune overtakes them, say, surely to Allah we belong, and to Him shall we return.
أولئك عليهم صلوات من ربهم ورحمة وأولئك هم المهتدون.
It is these on whom are blessings from their Lord and mercy, and it is these who are rightly guided.
إن الصفا والمروة من شعائر الله فمن حج البيت أو اعتمر فلا جناح عليه أن يطوف بهما ومن تطوع خيرا فإن الله شاكر عليم.
Surely, Al-Safa and Al-Marwa are among the signs of Allah. It is therefore no sin for him who is on pilgrimage to the house or performs Umrah to go around the two. And whoso does good beyond what is obligatory, surely then Allah is appreciating, all-knowing.
إن الذين يكتمون ما أنزلنا من البينات والهدى من بعد ما بيناه للناس في الكتاب أولئك يلعنهم الله ويلعنهم اللاعنون.
Those who conceal what we have sent down of signs and guidance, after we have made it clear for the people in the book, it is these whom Allah curses, and so curse them, those who curse.
إلا الذين تابوا وأصلحوا وبينوا فأولئك أتوب عليهم وأنا التواب الرحيم.
But they who repent and amend and openly declare the truth, it is these to whom I turn with forgiveness, and I am oft returning with compassion and merciful.
إن الذين كفروا وماتوا وهم كفار أولئك عليهم لعنة الله والملائكة والناس أجمعين.
Those who disbelieve and die while they are disbelievers, on them shall be the curse of Allah, and of angels and of men altogether.
خالدين فيها لا يخفف عنهم العذاب ولا هم ينظرون.
They shall remain under it. The punishment shall not be lightened for them, nor shall they be granted respite.
وإلهكم إله واحد لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الرحيم.
And your God is one God. There is no God but He, the gracious, the merciful.
إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار والفلك التي تجري في البحر بما ينفع الناس وما أنزل الله من السماء من ماء فأحيا به الأرض بعد موتها.
Verily, in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and in the alternation of night and day, and in the ships which sail in the sea with that which profits men, and in the water which Allah sends down from the sky, and quickens therewith the earth after its death.
وبث فيها من كل دابة وتصريف الرياح والسحاب المسخر بين السماء والأرض لآيات لقوم يعقلون.
And scatters therein all kinds of beasts, and in the change of the winds, and the clouds pressed into service between the heaven and the earth, are indeed signs for the people who understand.
ومن الناس من يتخذ من دون الله أندادا يحبونهم كحب الله والذين آمنوا أشد حبا لله ولو يرى الذين ظلموا إذ يرون العذاب أن القوة لله جميعا وأن الله شديد العذاب.
And there are some among men who take for themselves objects of worship other than Allah, loving them as they should love Allah. But those who believe are stronger in their love for Allah. And if those who transgress could now see the time when they shall see the punishment, they would realize that all power belongs to Allah and that Allah is severe in punishing.
إذ تبرأ الذين اتبعوا من الذين اتبعوا ورأوا العذاب وتقطعت بهم الأسباب.
Aye, they would certainly realize if they could see the time when those who are followed shall disown their followers, and shall see the punishment, and all their ties shall be cut asunder.
وقال الذين اتبعوا لو أن لنا كرة فنتبرأ منهم كما تبرأوا منا كذلك يريهم الله أعمالهم حسرات عليهم وما هم بخارجين من النار.
And those who followed shall say, if we could only return, we would disown them as they have disowned us. Thus will Allah show them their works as anguish for them, and they shall not get out of the fire.
يا أيها الناس كلوا مما في الأرض حلالا طيبا ولا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين.
O ye men, eat of what is lawful and good in the earth, and follow not the footsteps of Satan. Surely he is to you an open enemy.
إنما يأمركم بالسوء والفحشاء وأن تقولوا على الله ما لا تعلمون.
He only enjoins upon you what is evil and what is foul, and that you say of Allah what you do not know.
وإذا قيل لهم اتبعوا ما أنزل الله قالوا بل نتبع ما ألفينا عليه آباءنا أولو كان آباؤهم لا يعقلون شيئا ولا يهتدون.
And when it is said to them, follow that which Allah has sent down, they say, nay, we will follow that wherein we found our fathers. What? Even if their fathers had no sense at all and no guidance?
ومثل الذين كفروا كمثل الذي ينعق بما لا يسمع إلا دعاء ونداء صم بكم عمي فهم لا يعقلون.
And the case of those who disbelieve is like the case of one who shouts to that which hears nothing but a call and a cry. They are deaf, dumb, and blind, so they do not understand.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا كلوا من طيبات ما رزقناكم واشكروا كلوا من طيبات ما رزقناكم واشكروا لله إن كنتم إياه تعبدون.
O ye who believe, eat of the good things which we have provided for you, and render thanks to Allah, if it is He whom you worship.
إنما حرم عليكم الميتة والدم ولحم الخنزير وما أهل به لغير الله فمن اضطر غير باغ ولا عاد فلا إثم عليه إن الله غفور رحيم.
He has made unlawful to you only that which dies of itself, and blood, and the flesh of swine, and that on which the name of any other than Allah has been invoked. But he who is driven by necessity, being neither disobedient nor exceeding the limit, it shall be no sin for him. Surely, Allah is most forgiving, merciful.
إن الذين يكتمون ما أنزل الله من الكتاب ويشترون به ثمنا قليلا.
Those who conceal that which Allah has sent down of the book, and take in exchange for that a paltry price,
أولئك ما يأكلون في بطونهم إلا النار ولا يكلمهم الله يوم القيامة ولا يزكيهم ولهم عذاب أليم.
they fill their bellies with nothing but fire. Allah will not speak to them on the day of resurrection, nor will He purify them. And for them is a grievous punishment.
أولئك الذين اشتروا الضلالة بالهدى والعذاب بالمغفرة ما أصبرهم على النار.
It is they who have taken error in exchange for guidance, and punishment for forgiveness. How great is their endurance of the fire.
ذلك بأن الله نزل الكتاب بالحق وإن الذين اختلفوا في الكتاب لفي شقاق بعيد.
That is because Allah has sent down the book with the truth. And surely, they who disagree concerning the book are gone far in enmity.
ليس البر أن تولوا وجوهكم قبل المشرق والمغرب ولكن البر من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر واليوم الآخر والملائكة والكتاب والنبيين.
It is not righteousness that you turn your faces to the east or the west. But truly righteous is he who believes in Allah and the last day, and the angels, and the book, and the prophets.
وآتى المال على حبه ذوي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل والسائلين وفي الرقاب.
And spends his money for love of him on the kindred and the orphans, and the needy and the wayfarer, and those who ask for charity, and for ransoming the captives.
وأقام الصلاة وآتى الزكاة والموفون بعهدهم إذا عاهدوا والصابرين في البأساء والضراء وحين البأس أولئك الذين صدقوا وأولئك هم المتقون.
And who observe prayer and pays the zakat, and those who fulfill their promise when they have made one, and the patient in poverty and afflictions, and the steadfast in time of war. It is these who have proved truthful, and it is these who are the God-fearing.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم القصاص في القتلى الحر بالحر والعبد بالعبد والأنثى بالأنثى.
O ye who believe, equitable retaliation in the matter of the slain is prescribed for you. The free man for the free man, and the slave for the slave, and the female for the female.
فمن عفي له من أخيه شيء فاتباع بالمعروف وأداء إليه بإحسان ذلك تخفيف من ربكم ورحمة فمن اعتدى بعد ذلك فله عذاب أليم.
But if one is granted any remission by one's brother, then pursuing the matter for the realization of the blood money shall be done with fairness. and the murderer shall pay him the blood money in a handsome manner. This is an alleviation from your Lord, and a mercy. And whoso transgresses thereafter, for him there shall be a grievous punishment.
وَلَكُمْ فِي الْقِصَاصِ حَيَاةٌ يَا أُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ.
And there is life for you in the law of retaliation, O men of understanding, that you may enjoy security.
كتب عليكم إذا حضر أحدكم الموت إن ترك خيرا الوصية للوالدين والأقربين بالمعروف حقا على المتقين.
It is prescribed for you, when death comes to any one of you, if he leave much wealth, that he make a will to parents and near relatives, to act with fairness. It is an obligation on those who fear God.
فمن بدله بعدما سمعه فإنما إثمه على الذين يبدلونه إن الله سميع عليم.
And he who alters it after he has heard it, the sin thereof shall surely lie on those who alter it. Surely Allah is all-hearing, all-knowing.
فمن خاف من موص جنفا أو إثما فأصلح بينهم فلا إثم عليه إن الله غفور رحيم.
But whoso apprehends from a testator a partiality or a wrong, and makes peace between them, the parties affected, it shall be no sin for him. Surely Allah is most forgiving, merciful.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
O ye who believe, fasting is prescribed for you, as it was prescribed for those before you, so that you may become righteous.
أياما معدودات فمن كان منكم مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر وعلى الذين يطيقونه فدية طعام مسكين.
The prescribed fasting is for a fixed number of days. But whoso among you is sick or is on a journey shall fast the same number of other days. And for those who are able to fast only with great difficulty is an expiation, the feeding of a poor man.
فمن تطوع خيرا فهو خير له وأن تصوموا خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون.
And whoso performs a good work with willing obedience, it is better for him. And fasting is good for you, if you only knew.
شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان فمن شهد منكم الشهر فليصم ومن كان مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر.
The month of Ramadan is that in which the Quran was sent down as a guidance for mankind, with clear proofs of guidance and discrimination. Therefore, whosoever of you is present at home in this month, let him fast therein. But whoso is sick or is on a journey shall fast the same number of other days.
يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر ولتكملوا العدة ولتكبروا الله على ما هداكم ولعلكم تشكرون.
Allah desires to give you facility, and He desires not hardship for you, and that you may complete the number, and that you may exalt Allah for His having guided you, and that you may be grateful.
وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْشُدُونَ.
And when my servants ask thee about me, say, I am near. I answer the prayer of the supplicant when he prays to me. So they should hearken to me and believe in me, that they may follow the right way.
أُحِلَّ لَكُمْ لَيْلَةَ الصِّيَامِ الرَّفَثُ إِلَى نِسَائِكُمْ هُنَّ لِبَاسٌ لَكُمْ وَأَنْتُمْ لِبَاسٌ لَهُنَّ عَلِمَ اللَّهُ أَنَّكُمْ كُنْتُمْ تَخْتَانُونَ أَنفُسَكُمْ فَتَابَ عليكم وعفى عنكم.
It is made lawful for you to go in unto your wives on the night of the fast. They are a garment for you, and you are a garment for them. Allah knows that you have been acting unjustly to yourselves. Wherefore He has turned to you with mercy and afforded you relief.
فالآن باشروهن وابتغوا ما كتب الله لكم وكلوا واشربوا وكلوا واشربوا حتى يتبين لكم الخيط الأبيض من الخيط الأسود من الفجر ثم أتموا الصيام إلى الليل.
So you may now go in unto them, and seek what Allah has ordained for you. And eat and drink, until the white thread becomes distinct to you from the black thread of the dawn. Then complete the fast till nightfall.
ولا تباشروهن وأنتم عاكفون في المساجد تلك حدود الله فلا تقربوها كذلك يبين الله آياته للناس لعلهم يتقون.
And do not go in unto them while you remain in the mosques for devotion. These are the limits fixed by Allah, so approach them not. Thus does Allah make His commandments clear to men, that they may become secure against evil.
ولا تأكلوا أموالكم بينكم بالباطل وتدلوا بها إلى الحكام لتأكلوا فريقا من أموال الناس بالإثم وأنتم تعلمون.
And do not devour your wealth among yourselves through falsehood, and offer it not as bribe to the authorities, that you may knowingly devour a part of the wealth of other people with injustice.
يسألونك عن الأهلة قل هي مواقيت للناس والحج وليس البر بأن تأتوا البيوت من ظهورها ولكن البر من اتقى.
They ask thee about the new moons. Say, they are a means for measuring time, for the general good of mankind, and for the pilgrimage. And it is not righteousness that you come into houses by the backs thereof. But truly righteous is he who fears God.
وَأْتُوا الْبُيُوتَ مِنْ أَبْوَابِهَا وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ.
And you should come into houses by the doors thereof, and fear Allah that you may prosper.
وقاتلوا في سبيل الله الذين يقاتلونكم ولا تعتدوا إن الله لا يحب المعتدين.
And fight in the cause of Allah against those who fight against you, surely, but do not transgress.
واقتلوهم حيث ثقفتموهم وأخرجوهم من حيث أخرجوكم والفتنة أشد من القتل ولا تقاتلوهم عند المسجد الحرام حتى يقاتلوكم فيه.
And kill them wherever you meet them, and drive them out from where they have driven you out. For persecution is worse than killing. And fight them not in and near the sacred mosque until they fight you therein.
فإن قاتلوكم فاقتلوهم كذلك جزاء الكافرين.
But if they fight you, then fight them. Such is their acquittal for the disbelievers.
فإن انتهوا فإن الله غفور رحيم.
But if they desist, then surely Allah is most forgiving, merciful.
وقاتلوهم حتى لا تكون فتنة ويكون الدين لله فإن انتهوا فلا عدوان إلا على الظالمين.
And fight them until there is no persecution, and religion is freely professed for Allah. But if they desist, then remember that no hostility is allowed, except against aggressors.
الشهر الحرام بالشهر الحرام والحرمات قصاص فمن اعتدى عليكم فاعتدوا عليه بمثل ما اعتدى عليكم واتقوا الله واعلموا أن الله مع المتقين.
The violation of a sacred month should be retaliated in the sacred month. And for all sacred things, there is the law of retaliation. So, whoso transgresses against you, punish him for his transgression, to the extent to which he has transgressed against you. And fear Allah, and know that Allah is with those who fear Him.
وأنفقوا في سبيل الله ولا تلقوا بأيديكم إلى التهلكة وأحسنوا إن الله يحب المحسنين.
And spend for the cause of Allah, and cast not yourselves into ruin with your own hands, and do good. Surely Allah loves those who do good.
وأتموا الحج والعمرة لله فإن أحصرتم فما استيسر من الهدي ولا تحلقوا رؤوسكم حتى يبلغ الهدي محله.
And complete the Hajj and the Umrah for the sake of Allah. But if you are kept back, then make whatever offering is easily available. And do not shave your heads until the offering reaches its destination.
فمن كان منكم مريضا أو به أذى من رأسه ففدية من صيام أو صدقة أو صدقة أو نسك فإذا أمنتم فمن تمتع بالعمرة إلى الحج فما استيسر من الهدي.
And whoever among you is sick or has an ailment of the head should make an expiation either by fasting or almsgiving or a sacrifice. But when you are safe, then he who would avail himself of the Umrah together with the Hajj should make whatever offering is easily obtainable.
فمن لم يجد فصيام 3 أيام في الحج و7 إذا رجعتم تلك 10 كاملة ذلك لمن لم يكن أهله حاضر المسجد الحرام واتقوا الله واعلموا أن الله شديد العقاب.
But such of you as cannot find an offering should fast 3 days during the pilgrimage, and 7 when you return home. These are 10 complete. This is for him whose family does not reside near the sacred mosque. And fear Allah, and know that Allah is severe and punishing.
الحج أشهر معلومات فمن فرض فيهن الحج فلا رفث ولا فسوق ولا جدال في الحج.
The months of the Hajj are well known, so whoever determines to perform the pilgrimage in these months should remember that there is to be no foul talk, nor any transgression, nor any quarreling during the pilgrimage.
وما تفعلوا من خير يعلمه الله وتزودوا فإن خير الزاد التقوى واتقون يا أولي الألباب.
And whatever good you do, Allah knows it. And furnish yourselves with necessary provisions, and surely the best provision is righteousness. And fear me alone, O men of understanding.
ليس عليكم جناح أن تبتغوا فضلا من ربكم فإذا أفدتم من عرفات فاذكروا الله عند المشعر الحرام.
It is no sin for you that you seek the bounty of your Lord. But when you pour forth from Arafat, remember Allah at Mashar al-Haram.
واذكروه كما هداكم وإن كنتم من قبله لمن الضالين.
And remember Him as He has guided you, although before this you were of those gone astray.
ثم أفيضوا من حيث أفاض الناس واستغفروا الله إن الله غفور رحيم.
Then pour forth from where the people pour forth, and seek forgiveness from Allah, He is most forgiving, merciful.
فإذا قضيتم مناسككم فاذكروا الله كذكركم آباءكم أو أشد ذكرًا. فمن الناس من يقول ربنا آتنا في الدنيا وما له في الآخرة من خلاق.
And when you have performed the acts of worship prescribed for you, celebrate the praises of Allah as you celebrated the praises of your fathers, or even more than that. And of men there are some who say, Our Lord, grant us good things in this world, and such a one shall have no share in the hereafter.
ومنهم من يقول ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار.
And of them there are some who say, Our Lord, grant us good in this world, as well as good in the world to come, and protect us from the torment of the fire.
أولئك لهم نصيب مما كسبوا والله سريع الحساب.
For these there shall be a goodly share, because of what they have earned. And Allah is swift in reckoning.
واذكروا الله في أيام معدودات فمن تعجل في يومين فلا إثم عليه ومن تأخر فلا إثم عليه لمن اتقى واتقوا الله واعلموا أنكم إليه تحشرون.
And remember Allah during the appointed number of days. But whoso hastens to leave in 2 days, it shall be no sin for him. And whoso stays behind, it shall be no sin for him. This is for him who fears God, and fear Allah, and know that you should be brought together before Him.
ومن الناس من يعجبك قوله في الحياة الدنيا ويشهد الله على ما في قلبه وهو لد الخصام.
And of men there is he whose talk on this life would please thee, and he would call Allah to witness as to that which is in his heart, and yet he is the most contentious of quarrelers.
وإذا تولى سعى في الأرض ليفسد فيها ويهلك الحرث والنسل والله لا يحب الفساد.
And when he is in authority, he runs about in the land to create disorder in it, and destroy the crops and the progeny of man. And Allah loves not disorder.
وإذا قيل له اتق الله أخذته العزة بالإثم فحسبه جهنم ولبئس المهاد.
And when it is said to him, fear Allah, pride incites him to further sin. So hell shall be his sufficient reward, and surely it is an evil place of rest.
ومن الناس من يشري نفسه ابتغاء مرضات الله والله رؤوف بالعباد.
And of men there is he who would sell himself to seek the pleasure of Allah. And Allah is compassionate to His servants.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا ادخلوا في السلم كافة ولا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين.
O ye who believe, come into submission wholly, and follow not the footsteps of Satan. Surely he is your open enemy.
فإن زللتم من بعد ما جاءتكم البينات فاعلموا أن الله عزيز حكيم.
But if you slip after the clear signs have come to you, then know that Allah is mighty, wise.
هل ينظرون إلا أن يأتيهم الله في ظلل من الغمام والملائكة وقضي الأمر وإلى الله ترجع الأمور.
Are they waiting for anything but that Allah should come to them in the coverings of the clouds with angels, and the matter be decided? And to Allah do all things return.
سل بني إسرائيل كم آتيناهم من آية بينة ومن يبدل نعمة الله من بعد ما جاءته فإن الله شديد العقاب.
Ask of the children of Israel how many clear signs we gave them. But whoso changes the gift of Allah after it has come to him, surely then Allah is severe in punishing.
زين للذين كفروا الحياة الدنيا ويسخرون من الذين آمنوا والذين اتقوا فوقهم يوم القيامة والله يرزق من يشاء بغير حساب.
The life of this world is made to appear attractive to those who disbelieve, and they scoff at those who believe. But those who fear God shall be above them on the day of resurrection, and Allah bestows His gifts on whomsoever He pleases without reckoning.
كان الناس أمة واحدة فبعث الله النبيين مبشرين ومنذرين وأنزل معهم الكتاب بالحق ليحكم بين الناس فيما اختلفوا فيه.
Mankind were one community, then they differed among themselves. So Allah raised prophets as bearers of good tidings and as warners, and sent down with them the book containing the truth, that He might judge between the people wherein they differed.
وما اختلف فيه إلا الذين أوتوه من بعد ما جاءتهم البينات بغيا بينهم فهدى الله الذين آمنوا لما اختلفوا فيه من الحق بإذنه.
But now they began to differ about the book, and none differed about it except those to whom it was given, after clear signs had come to them, out of envy towards one another. Now has Allah, by His command, guided the believers to the truth, in regard to which they, the unbelievers, differed.
والله يهدي من يشاء إلى صراط مستقيم.
And Allah guides whomsoever He pleases to the right path.
أم حسبتم أن تدخلوا الجنة ولما يأتكم مثل الذين خلوا من قبلكم.
Over you, the condition of those who passed away before you. Poverty and afflictions befell them, and they were violently shaken.
مستهم البأساء والضراء وزلزلوا حتى يقول الرسول والذين آمنوا معه متى نصر الله ألا إن نصر الله قريب.
Until the messenger and those who believed along with him said, when will come the help of Allah? Yea, surely the help of Allah is nigh.
يسألونك ماذا ينفقون قل ما أنفقتم من خير فللوالدين والأقربين واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل وما تفعلوا من خير فإن الله به عليم.
They ask thee what they shall spend. Say, whatever of good and abundant wealth you spend should be for parents and near relatives and orphans and the needy and the wayfarer. And whatever good you do, surely Allah knows it well.
كتب عليكم القتال وهو كره لكم وعسى أن تكرهوا شيئا وهو خير لكم وعسى أن تحبوا شيئا وهو شر لكم والله يعلم وأنتم لا تعلمون.
Fighting is ordained for you, though it is repugnant to you. But it may be that you dislike a thing while it is good for you. And it may be that you like a thing while it is bad for you. Allah knows all things, and you know not.
يسألونك عن الشهر الحرام قتال فيه قل قتال فيه كبير وصد عن سبيل الله وكفر به والمسجد الحرام وإخراج أهله منه أكبر عند الله.
Is a great transgression. But to hinder men from the way of Allah and to be ungrateful to Him and to hinder men from the sacred mosque and to turn out its people therefrom, is a greater sin with Allah.
والفتنة أكبر من القتل ولا يزالون يقاتلونكم حتى يردوكم عن دينكم إن استطاعوا.
And persecution is worse than killing. And they will not cease fighting you until they turn you back from your faith, if they can.
ومن يرتد منكم عن دينه فيمت وهو كافر فأولئك حبطت أعمالهم في الدنيا والآخرة وأولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون.
And whoso from among you turns back from his faith and dies while he is a disbeliever, it is they whose works shall be vain, in this world and the next. These are the inmates of the fire, and therein shall they abide.
إن الذين آمنوا والذين هاجروا وجاهدوا في سبيل الله أولئك يرجون رحمة الله والله غفور رحيم.
Those who believe and those who emigrate and strive hard in the cause of Allah, it is these who hope for Allah's mercy, and Allah is most forgiving, merciful.
يسألونك عن الخمر والميسر قل فيهما إثم كبير ومنافع للناس وإثمهما أكبر من نفعهما.
They ask thee concerning wine and the game of hazard. Say, in both there is great sin, and also some advantages for men. But their sin is greater than their advantage.
ويسألونك ماذا ينفقون قل العفو كذلك يبين الله لكم الآيات لعلكم تتفكرون.
And they ask thee what they should spend. Say what you can spare. Thus does Allah make His commandments clear to you, that you may reflect.
في الدنيا والآخرة ويسألونك عن اليتامى قل إصلاح لهم خير وإن تخالطوهم فإخوانكم والله يعلم المفسد من المصلح ولو شاء الله لعنتكم إن الله عزيز حكيم.
Upon this world and the next, and they ask thee concerning the orphans. Say, promotion of their welfare is an act of great goodness. And if you intermix with them, they are your brethren. And Allah knows the mischief maker from the reformer. And if Allah had so willed, He would have put you to hardship. Surely Allah is mighty, wise.
ولا تنكحوا المشركات حتى يؤمن ولأمة مؤمنة خير من مشركة ولو عجبتكم ولا تنكحوا المشركين حتى يؤمنوا ولعبد مؤمن خير من مشرك ولو عجبكم.
And marry not idolatrous women until they believe. Even a believing bondwoman is better than an idolatress, although she may highly please you. And give not believing women in marriage to idolaters until they believe. Even a believing slave is better than an idolater, although he may highly please you.
أولئك يدعون إلى النار والله يدعو إلى الجنة والمغفرة بإذنه ويبين آياته للناس لعلهم يتذكرون.
These call to the fire, but Allah calls to heaven and to forgiveness by His command. And He makes His signs clear to the people that they may remember.
ويسألونك عن المحيض قل هو أذى فاعتزلوا النساء في المحيض ولا تقربوهن حتى يطهرن.
And they ask thee concerning menstruation. Say, it is a harmful thing, so keep away from women during menstruation, and go not in unto them until they are clean.
فإذا تطهرن فأتوهن من حيث أمركم الله إن الله يحب التوابين ويحب المتطهرين.
But when they have cleansed themselves, go in unto them, as Allah has commanded you. Allah loves those who turn to Him, and Allah loves those who keep themselves clean.
نساؤكم حرث لكم فأتوا حرثكم أنى شئتم وقدموا لأنفسكم واتقوا الله واعلموا أنكم ملاقوه وبشر المؤمنين.
Your wives are a tilth for you. So approach your tilth when and how you like, and send ahead some good for yourselves. And fear Allah, and know that you shall meet Him, and give good tidings to those who obey.
ولا تجعلوا الله عرضة لأيمانكم أن تبروا وتتقوا وتصلحوا بين الناس والله سميع عليم.
And make not Allah a target for your oaths, that you may thereby abstain from doing good, and acting righteously, and making peace between men. And Allah is all-hearing, all-knowing.
لا يؤاخذكم الله باللغو في أيمانكم ولكن يؤاخذكم بما كسبت قلوبكم والله غفور حليم.
Allah will not call you to account for such of your oaths as are vain, but He will call you to account for what your hearts have earned. And Allah is most forgiving, forbearing.
للذين يؤلون من نسائهم تربص 4 أشهر فإن فاءوا فإن الله غفور رحيم.
For those who vow abstinence from their wives, the maximum waiting period of waiting is 4 months. Then, if they go back from the vow, surely Allah is most forgiving, merciful.
وإن عزموا الطلاق فإن الله سميع عليم.
And if they decide upon divorce, then surely Allah is all-hearing, all-knowing.
والمطلقات يتربصن بأنفسهن 3 قروء ولا يحل لهن أن يكتمن ما خلق الله في أرحامهن إن كن يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر.
And the divorced woman shall wait concerning themselves for 3 courses. And it is not lawful for them that they conceal what Allah has created in their wombs, if they believe in Allah and the Last Day.
وبعولتهن أحق بردهن في ذلك إن أرادوا إصلاحا ولهن مثل الذي عليهن بالمعروف وللرجال عليهن درجة والله عزيز حكيم.
And their husbands have the greater right to take them back during that period, provided they desire reconciliation. And they, the women, have rights similar to those of men over them in equity. But men have a rank above them, and Allah is mighty, wise.
الطلاق مرتان فإمساكم بمعروف أو تسريح بإحسان ولا يحل لكم أن تأخذوا مما آتيتموهن شيئا إلا أن يخافا ألا يقيما حدود الله.
Such divorce may be pronounced twice. Then either retain them in a becoming manner or send them away with kindness. And it is not lawful for you that you take anything of what you have given them, your wives, unless both fear that they cannot observe the limits prescribed by Allah.
فإن خفتم ألا يقيما حدود الله فلا جناح عليهما فيما افتدت به تلك حدود الله فلا تعتدوها ومن يتعد حدود الله فأولئك هم الظالمون.
But if you fear that they cannot observe the limits prescribed by Allah, then it shall be no sin for either of them in what she gives to get her freedom. These are the limits prescribed by Allah, so transgress them not. And whoso transgresses the limits prescribed by Allah, it is they that are the wrongdoers.
فإن طلقها فلا تحل له من بعد حتى تنكح زوجا غيره فإن طلقها فلا جناح عليهما أن يتراجعا إن ظنا أن يقيما حدود الله وتلك حدود الله يبينها لقوم يعلمون.
And if he divorce her the third time, then she is not lawful for him thereafter, until she marries another husband. And if he also divorce her, then it shall be no sin for them to return to each other, provided they are sure that they will be able to observe the limits prescribed by Allah. And these are the limits prescribed by Allah, which He makes clear to the people who have knowledge.
وإذا طلقتم النساء فبلغن أجلهن فأمسكوهن بمعروف أو سرحوهن بمعروف ولا تمسكوهن ضرارا لتعتدوا ومن يفعل ذلك فقد ظلم نفسه.
And when you divorce your wives, and they approach the end of their appointed period, then either retain them in a becoming manner, or send them away in a becoming manner. But retain them not wrongfully, so that you may transgress. And whoso does that surely wrongs his own soul.
ولا تتخذوا آيات الله هزوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم وما أنزل عليكم من الكتاب والحكمة يعظكم به واتقوا الله واعلموا أن الله بكل شيء عليم.
And do not make a jest of the commandments of Allah, and remember the favor of Allah upon you, and the book and the wisdom which He has sent down to you, whereby He exhorts you. And fear Allah, and know that Allah knows all things well.
وإذا طلقتم النساء فبلغن أجلهن فلا تعضلوهن أن ينكحن أزواجهن إذا تراضوا بينهم بالمعروف.
And when you divorce women, and they reach the end of their period, prevent them not from marrying their husbands, if they agree between themselves in a decent manner.
ذلك يوعظ به من كان منكم يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر ذلكم أزكى لكم وأطهر والله يعلم وأنتم لا تعلمون.
This is an admonition for him among you who believes in Allah in the last day. It is more blessed for you and purer. And Allah knows, but you do not know.
والوالدات يرضعن أولادهن حولين كاملين لمن أراد أن يتم الرضاعة وعلى المولود له رزقهن وكسوتهن بالمعروف لا تكلف نفس إلا وسعها.
And mothers shall give suck to their children for 2 whole years. This is for those who desire to complete the suckling. And the man to whom the child belongs shall be responsible for the mother's food and clothing, according to usage. No soul is burdened beyond its capacity.
لا تضار والدة بولدها ولا مولود له بولده وعلى الوارث مثل ذلك فإن أراد فصالا عن تراض منهما وتشاور فلا جناح عليهما.
The mother shall not make the father suffer on account of her child, nor shall he to whom the child belongs make the mother suffer on account of his child. And the same is incumbent upon the heir. If they both decide upon weaning the child by mutual consent and consultation, there is no blame on them.
وَإِنْ أَرَدْتُمْ أَنْ تَسْتَرْضِعُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ فلا جناح عليكم إذا سلمتم ما آتيتم بالمعروف واتقوا الله واعلموا أن الله بما تعملون بصير.
And if you desire to engage a wet nurse for your children, there shall be no blame on you, provided you pay what you have agreed to pay in a fair manner. And fear Allah, and know that Allah sees what you do.
والذين يتوفون منكم ويذرون أزواجا يتربصن بأنفسهن 4 أشهر وعشرا فإذا بلغن أجلهن فلا جناح عليكم فيما فعلن في أنفسهن بالمعروف والله بما تعملون خبير.
And those of you who die and leave wives behind, these wives shall wait concerning themselves 4 months and 10 days. And when they have reached the end of their period, no sin shall lie on you in anything that they do with regard to themselves according to what is fair. And Allah is aware of what you do.
ولا جناح عليكم فيما عرضتم به من خطبة النساء أو أكننتم في أنفسكم علم الله أنكم ستذكرونهن ولكن لا تواعدوهن سرا إلا أن تقولوا قولا معروفا.
And there shall be no blame on you in throwing out a hint regarding a proposal of marriage to these women, or in keeping the desire hidden in your minds. Allah knows that you will think of them in this connection. But make not a contract with them in secret, except that you say a fair word.
ولا تعزموا عقدة النكاح حتى يبلغ الكتاب أجله واعلموا أن الله يعلم ما في أنفسكم فاحذروه واعلموا أن الله غفور حليم.
And resolve not on the marriage tie until the prescribed period reaches its end. And know that Allah knows what is in your minds. So beware of it. And know that Allah is most forgiving, forbearing.
لا جناح عليكم إن طلقتم النساء ما لم تمسوهن أو تفرضوا لهن فريضة ومتعوهن على الموسع قدره وعلى المقدر قدره متاعا بالمعروف حقا على المحسنين.
It shall be no sin for you if you divorce women while you have not touched them, nor settle for them a dowry, but provide for them, the rich man according to his means, and the poor man according to his means, a provision in a becoming manner, an obligation upon the virtuous.
وَإِن طَلَّقْتُمُوهُنَّ مِن قَبْلِ أَن تَمَسُّوهُنَّ وَقَدْ فَرَضْتُمْ لَهُنَّ فَرِيضَةً فنصف ما فرضتم إلا أن يعفون أو يعفو الذي بيده عقدة النكاح.
And if you divorce them before you have touched them, but have settled for them a dowry, then half of what you have settled shall be due from you, unless they remit. Or he, in whose hand is the tie of marriage, should remit.
وَأَن تَعْفُوا أَقْرَبُ لِلتَّقْوَى وَلَا تَنْسَوْا الْفَضْلَ بَيْنَكُمْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ بَصِيرٌ.
And that you should remit is nearer to righteousness. And do not forget to do good to one another. Surely Allah sees what you do.
حافظوا على الصلوات والصلاة الوسطى وقوموا لله قانتين.
Watch over prayers and the middle prayer, and stand before Allah submissively.
فإن خفتم فرجالا أو ركبانا فإذا أمنتم فاذكروا الله كما علمكم ما لم تكونوا تعلمون.
If you are in a state of fear, then say your prayer on foot or riding. But when you are safe, remember Allah as He has taught you that which you did not know.
والذين يتوفون منكم ويذرون أزواجا وصية لأزواجهم متاعا إلى الحول غير إخراج.
And those of you who die and leave behind wives shall bequeath to their wives provision for a year without their being turned out.
فإن خرجن فلا جناح عليكم فيما فعلن في أنفسهن من معروف والله عزيز حكيم.
But if they themselves go out, there shall be no blame upon you in regard to any proper thing which they do concerning themselves. And Allah is mighty, wise.
وللمطلقات متاع بالمعروف حقا على المتقين.
And for the divorced women also there should be a provision according to what is fair, an obligation on the God-fearing.
كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تعقلون.
Thus does Allah make His commandments clear to you, that you may understand.
ألم تر إلى الذين خرجوا من ديارهم وهم ألوف حذر الموت فقال لهم الله موتوا ثم أحياهم إن الله لذو فضل على الناس ولكن أكثر الناس لا يشكرون.
Dost thou not know of those who went forth from their homes? And they were thousands, fearing death. And Allah said to them, Die. Then He brought them to life. Surely, Allah is munificent to men, but most men are not grateful.
وقاتلوا في سبيل الله واعلموا أن الله سميع عليم.
And fight in the cause of Allah, and know that Allah is all-hearing, all-knowing.
من ذا الذي يقرض الله قرضا حسنا فيضاعفه له أضعافا كثيرة والله يقبض ويبسط وإليه ترجعون.
Who is it that will lend Allah a goodly loan, that He may multiply it for him manifold? And Allah receives and enlarges, and to Him shall you be made to return.
ألم تر إلى الملأ من بني إسرائيل من بعد موسى إذ قالوا لنبي لهم ابعث لنا ملكا نقاتل في سبيل الله.
Hast thou not heard of the chiefs of the children of Israel after Moses, when they said to a prophet of theirs, appoint for us a king that we may fight in the cause of Allah?
قال هل عسيتم إن كتب عليكم القتال ألا تقاتلوا قالوا وما لنا ألا نقاتل في سبيل الله وقد أخرجنا من ديارنا وأبنائنا.
He said, is it not likely that you will not fight, if fighting is prescribed for you? They said, what reason have we to abstain from fighting in the cause of Allah, when we have been driven forth from our homes and our sons?
فلما كتب عليهم القتال تولوا إلا قليلا منهم والله عليم بالظالمين.
But when fighting was ordained for them, they turned back, except a small number of them. And Allah knows the transgressors well.
وقال لهم نبيهم إن الله قد بعث لكم طالوت ملكا قالوا أنى يكون له الملك علينا ونحن أحق بالملك منه ولم يؤت سعة من المال.
And their prophet said to them, Allah has appointed for you Talut as a king. They said, how can he have sovereignty over us, while we are better entitled to sovereignty than he? And he is not given abundance of wealth.
قال إن الله اصطفاه عليكم وزاده بسطة في العلم والجسم والله يؤتي ملكه من يشاء والله واسع عليم.
He said, surely Allah has chosen him above you and has increased him abundantly in knowledge and body. And Allah gives sovereignty to whom He pleases. And Allah is bountiful, all-knowing.
وقال لهم نبيهم إن آية ملكه أن يأتيكم التابوت فيه سكينة من ربكم فيه سكينة من ربكم وبقية مما ترك آل موسى وآل هارون تحمله الملائكة.
And their prophet said to them, the sign of his sovereignty is that there shall be given you a heart wherein there will be tranquility from your Lord, and the legacy of good left by the family of Moses and the family of Aaron, the angels bearing it.
إن في ذلك لآية لكم إن كنتم مؤمنين.
Surely in this there is a sign for you, if you are believers.
فلما فصل طالوت بالجنود قال إن الله مبتليكم بنهر فمن شرب منه فليس مني ومن لم يطعمه فإنه مني إلا من اغترف غرفة بيده.
And when Talut set out with the forces, he said, surely Allah will try you with the river. So he who drinks therefrom is not of me, and he who tastes it not is assuredly of me.
فشربوا منه إلا قليلا منهم فلما جاوزه هو والذين آمنوا معه قالوا لا طاقة لنا اليوم بجالوت وجنوده.
Except him who takes a handful of water with his hand. But they drank of it, except a few of them. And when they crossed it, he and those who believed along with him, they said, we have no power today against Jalut and his forces.
قال الذين يظنون أنهم ملاقو الله كم من فئة قليلة غلبت فئة كثيرة بإذن الله والله مع الصابرين.
But those who knew for certain that they would one day meet Allah said, how many a small party has triumphed over a large party by Allah's command. And Allah is with the steadfast.
ولما برزوا لجالوت وجنوده قالوا ربنا أفرغ علينا صبرا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين.
And when they issued forth to encounter Jalut and his forces, they said, O our Lord, pour forth steadfastness upon us and make our steps firm and help us against the disbelieving people.
فهزموهم بإذن الله وقتل داود جالوت وآتاه الله الملك والحكمة وعلمه آتاه الله الملك والحكمة وعلمه مما يشاء.
So they routed them by the command of Allah. And David slew Jalut. And Allah gave him sovereignty and wisdom, and taught him of what he pleased.
ولولا دفع الله الناس بعدهم ببعض لفسدت الأرض ولكن الله ذو فضل على العالمين.
And had it not been for Allah's repelling men, some of them by the others, the earth would have been filled with disorder. But Allah is munificent to all peoples.
تلك آيات الله نتلوها عليك بالحق وإنك لمن المرسلين.
These are the signs of Allah. We recite them unto thee with truth. Surely thou art one of the messengers.